Season number 3. Cricket Captain 2024 South Africa going down, and we are going full calendar year this episode. We've only got 4 different series. We've got a test match, ODIs against Australia at home. So there's no cricket till the 1st of October. No away series at all for some strange reason. 2 tests at home to Bangladesh before 3 one-dayers. We go up against England in a 3-3-3. Best of 9, obviously, and 2 test matches against Sri Lanka. So heaps to play for here. Big tests against Australia and against England, but meaningful cricket against Bangladesh and Sri Lanka as well. Huge chance to try and pump ourselves up this world ratings. We've got to get to number 1. Remember, we are the reigning, defending, tying Test World Champions. And in ODI cricket, we have been brilliant so far on 103 points, 4 behind Australia and India. And we're playing against Australia. So heaps to play for us. Because there's so much test cricket coming up, let's just have a look to see how we're ranking in terms of batting. A 36.96 average, which is ranked second best in the world. Our balls per dismissal is amazing. But our strike rate is the worst in the world. There's comparisons there between the West Indies series a little bit. But essentially where you want to be on this chart is top right. And we're kind of bottom right. There's worse places to be. And with the ball, we've got the second best bowling attack in the world with a 29.78 average over the first 2 seasons that we've played. Our economy rate in this form of the game is absolutely incredible. Okay, looking at ELO rating systems. The ELO rating system, so this takes every single test match that's been played. Everyone starts on 1,000 points. And the important thing is K factor is set to 32. So there's a maximum of 32 points. The bigger the difference, the smaller you go up if you beat the worst team, or if you're the worst team, the bigger you go up. So we can see here that when Sri Lanka beat Australia, their starting ELO was 898, Australia's was 1040, and they went up 22 points. Subsequently, Australia went down a whole bunch. But anyway, we're ranked second in the world in this, which I think is a good place to be considering we were down here, we've worked our way up, but the rise of India is incredibly similar to what has gone before us for the past previous episodes of the West Indies save. And our box chart shows the distribution at quite a small amount. You can always see some quite large ones with India flying up and West Indies flying down. So we've not played against Australia yet. Our worst performance so far is the 1-1-1 against India, which actually isn't that bad. But our recent form does have a couple of defeats in it. There was a loss to Pakistan even though we won the series, and there was a loss to India even though we tied the series. In terms of who's been doing pretty well for us, De Souza and Van Tonder, incredibly, have got the 2 most amount of runs. And we've also had great returns from Varane as well. 1,000 runs at an average of 41. Bavuma average 50. Janssen 28, averaging 28 at number 7 or 8 in the order is incredible. And Forrester averaging 50 as well. Van der Dusen average 60. We don't have a batting problem in this format, he says. Van der Dusen unavailable. Is that retirement? No, broken finger. We've still got this guy. We brought him into the squads and we haven't played him, but again had a wonderful year. Average 83 in first class, 83 in one-dayers. We've got to find a way of getting him into the team. Now, I am a little unsure about Ngidi's role in this team. Great player in real life, 30 years old now, 120 wickets at 27. The problem with Ngidi is he took 22 at 46 last year. He had a good year the year before. So I'm going to give him the opportunity to fail a little bit more before he goes. Varane averaged 48 last year, 34 the year before that. We've got Forrester who's come in who averaged 50. Stubbs, Bavuma, Van Tonder, De Souza and Markram were quite unchanged throughout really compared to what it could have been. It is a seamer's deck. We're going to win the toss. We're going to bat. It's slightly disappointing actually. We get a ton from Dian, the big D. 60 strike rate, 185 balls for his 111. Test match century, number 2. Where's his he's a number 3, so that might come into play. Van Tonder got run out. Markram, Bavuma batted brilliant. They put on 87. I upped the aggression on both of them because we crawled. This was 130 overs, score 342. Backfired. They were both gone within the course of an over. Taking an 87 run lead. We get 4 from Bound to Bow. Ngidi, Bound to Bow. 4 for 74. He bowls quite well here. Takes Smith, takes Kawaja. Big fan of that going on. Also, Peter Hanscom's worked his way back into this team. Not sure how that's gone on. Big Aaron Hardy. He gets a well-made 82. There's some meaningful runs towards the end. End of day 3, we've got a 2-12 lead with 8 wickets left. Markram well set on 60, Bavuma on 35. Pitch has deteriorated a fair bit, and I'm just slightly concerned that we're going to run out of time for a win. Also worth noting, we've lost 3 wickets in about 10 minutes, and now I'm thinking we're going to lose. Okay, we've declared 304 for it. We get a 111 run partnership from the next partnership from Varane and Janssen. Varane does it time and time again for us in that 7 hole. He looks really good. But the draw is on the cards. It's uneven and turning, but there's 3.5 and a bit sessions to go. We go to tea. 1 session left. 2 hours of cricket. We need 5 wickets. They need 193. I don't think that's in play, but we've just got the new ball. And we've done it. 146 run victory. The clouds rolled in. And Rabada took 5. We take the victory. We go 1-0 up against the Aussies. Come on, world ratings. Also worth noting, we are playing at home, so we are picking this seamer's deck. We feel like we've played... Oh, why does it keep doing this? There we go. Back to the team that I want. Phil played so much away cricket, it's easy to go, oh, the pitch is like this. Actually, it's me choosing it. That's a good place to be, actually. 465 here. Fergus O'Neill takes 4, but... Was it a good 4? He got Markram, but Markram has scored 106 by that stage. We get good partnerships in the middle. They get a 145 run partnership, 170 from Markram and Dazorzi. Dazorzi only put on 61 of those. It was a Markram heavy knock. He is an excellent bat across all 3 formats. Got a problem. Rabada has gone down injured. Interesting. We bowled him out for 211. 55 runs to avoid the follow on. It is going to be really difficult to bat, but our bowlers are tired. I feel like we could do with a bat and leave them quite a lot to win. Not going to enforce the follow on. Okay, 187 all out. We didn't even do it fast in 78 overs, so we've not really done much there. Rabada is injured. It's erratic bounce, average wear, not quite as much hit for spinners. Predictor likes us a lot. But 5 times out of 200, the Aussies will do it. This is getting pretty tight now. We're going 238 for 9, but they've just batted that last session and they have not conceded a wicket for a long time. 1 in about the last 50 overs, 55, 60 overs. So this is getting a bit twitchy for me now. We only need 1, Marco Jansen. And we get it. And Giddy gets the wicket. Win by 186. We're 2-0 in Australia. Rabada is out for the test. So the one change. Kurt Sear comes in. Do we give Jansen? We'll give Jansen a new ball. So I'm pretty happy with the depth that we've got there. Probably could do with a little bit more. But 5-star against 4-star. 3rd test. And we've won the toss for the 3rd test running. 268 all out. This has got game on written all over it. We were at one stage 2 for 150, so we lost the last 8 wickets for 118. Markram batted well for 98. Van Tonder played a Michael Atherton innings, 32 off 163 balls. The whole series, to be fair to Australia, have been incredibly tight with their bowling and made it incredibly difficult. The problem they've had is team selection, that they keep playing 2 spinners. We've got a lead though. We bowled them out for 196. This was the Forrester show. Look at his bowling stats now. 19 at 32, 20 at 32, 28 at 26. This is like ideal all-rounder territory. He picks up big wickets. Steve Smith, 50. Labuschagne in the 30s. Mate, McSweeney gone. Green gone. He was a one-man, medium-pace wrecking crew. 393 to win. We get a century from the Stubmeister General. 115 off 210. He was floundering in the 80s when we lost 3 wickets in 2 overs and we're down to 9. But he added another about 45 runs, 34 runs on within Giddy, who got 7 of them. So that was real nice after Hazelwood caused us quite a lot of problems. 394 is going to be difficult. It's not out of question. You just need a Smith knock and that Australian percentage will do something. I can't believe we've won that. I actually thought Australia were going to knock this off, particularly when they put on 208 for the first wicket. Smith with 100, Khawaja with 100. But then somehow we took the second new ball. If we look on the over, there's just a lot of green. A lot of green. And then we only took 1 wicket with the first new ball. Took the second new ball and we started to go a bit bang bang and managed to get ourselves through them. 4 from Kazia. Someone is commenting in the comments, because I've not even released the first video and record this, going, Bobby, your pronunciations, bro. But we've had a good series. We've just swept Australia at home. We've got 4 players averaging in the 40s from the top 6. Van Tonder 12, De Zorzi 37. So they're the guys I've got question marks against. But we had a good series with the ball. Rabada, Janssen and Giddy. World ratings are going to love... Oh, world ratings are going to love us all right. 119 points in second. Markram number 1 in the world with the bat. Rabada sitting at 2. Also, the Test World Championship will appreciate that. A lot of Test cricket this year after there was World Cups and Champions Trophies and stuff going on. So, lots of teams playing. 71 is normally about enough to make it through. Bit of ODI cricket. Interesting ODI cricket as well, because, well, it comes down to being because Australia's number 1 and we are hot on their heels. We're the number 1 ELO rated team. We all know that's the most important ranking system. And this is where we get into this balance of the team. Is Forrester really good enough to give us 10 overs? Because there's no other Duplessis bowls. He's actually not. But we're going to stick with it. We're also going with Ferreira at the 7 hole. Am I 45 average? I feel like Joe is the better player. There we go. We are 5 stars against the Aussies. Can we sweep them in one day cricket? 269's not a lot. We had run rate issues going on here, but also regular wickets. As soon as I tried to up the ante, we ended up a little bit behind the rate, and our over by over didn't end very well. In fact, the 49th over, we had a hat-trick against us from Fergus O'Neill. Win by 110. We get 4 from Janssen, 1 from Kurtzia, 3 from Forrester towards the back end of the innings, but it was Janssen with the new ball that did the damage. It's another good victory. We are creeping, brother. We're also doing this without Swanepoel in the team, who actually, in all fairness, he took 3 wickets, but his economy rate was really good last time around. 318, that's a better score. Tristan Stubbs went off like a rocket, scored about a 34 ball 50. Happy with what he's doing at the top. He's playing a little bit out of position. A 70 from Jean Duplessis. He batted well. Clarkson with a runner ball. Forrester better than a runner ball. We put them to the sword. Simpson bowled well. But everyone else going at 6s or 8s. They're going to have to play incredibly well to beat us here. And they did play incredibly well. I'll take the team out of it. Head played well. But this guy is scoring runs for fun. He's 23 years old. He's averaging 71. He's just scored 147 off 129. We didn't drop him. No LBW appeals. Well played, him. Not you, Australia. Him. And from out of nowhere, we've lost the series. 240 all out. The back end of the innings was atrocious, as we only batted 38 overs. And they knocked them off for 4 down. So we've lost the series and subsequently lost ground on them. I can't believe we're throwing that away. Bangladesh in town. The only change we're making is Rabada's back in for Kurtzi. 220 all out. Good performance from the team here, because at times I felt like Bangladesh were batting very well, and that's because they had partnerships, good partnerships throughout the top 5 wickets, but we managed to get through them nicely with great control. Look at those in the 2s. Okay, we take a bit of a lead, but it's a poor effort again. Varane, Janssen, Maharaj, ducks galore. 3 wickets in the over, 4 wickets in about 10 balls caused us problems. We get runs from Dezorzi and Van Tonder. 59 from Forrester. Nice knock. But the 105 lead is very important. 208 to win. They bat well. 313. Sam with 106. Hiradoi 63. Sakib 52. 5 for Rabada, but it was this back end. I was extremely concerned about what score they might end up with, particularly after a 151 run partnership. But 209 is achievable, but we're batting so slowly, I'm not convinced we're going to get there. We do get there, but not that convincingly. Markram with 89, which was much needed because Bavuma, Vanton, Dezorzi, Chocolate Fire guarded it, batted terribly, melting when it was hot. Unchanged for the second and final test match. We're going to bowl. We haven't got a choice. They've made us. Pitch is our usual effort, though. 2-6-4. Maharaj with an important 4 here, because again they had good partnerships up top, a little bit of a sneaky 45 down the end. So 2-6-4 is quite good, but I'm just not feeling confident about this top 6 at the moment. Quite rightly so when you're 18 for 3. My days. And are 69 runs behind. Bro, why do you keep losing to Bangladesh? I don't know. When did they become so good? Hiradoi, 100, great player on the game. But this guy, 22 years old, just crops up 124 off 184. We dropped him. 3 LBW of bills. Lucky as that feels like the game taking control. This is 100% game, set and match Bangladesh. Our batting line, there's no way they chase 387. There's no way we win. We win by a wicket. And incredibly, it's an amazing 26-run partnership by Janssen and Ngidi that get us across the line. Van Tonder scored 152. He was batting beautiful with Varane. And then just before, it happens a lot on this game. I don't know if anyone else has noted this. Just before the new ball is taken, like those late 70 overs, bang, bang, 2 in and over. 3 within the space of about 4 overs. But it's an incredible run chase, really. What did we do knock off? 387. Puts it joint 6th best run chase ever, level with India. High successful run chases on the game. Yeah, bro. 2nd behind Ireland, Zimbabwe. What do we like about the series? Van Tonder, he got himself out of trouble. He was on the chopping block. Stubbs, Janssen just averages 40 odd so often. Varane was poor. Forrester was poor. With the ball, we got Maharaj at his very best. We do need a replacement. He's 36. World ratings, we're living the Vida Loca. 120 points in 2nd. And we're up to 2nd in the Test World Championship from 9 games. Now we've got a series against England and a series against Sri Lanka to go. Well, first we've got to rediscover some ODI form. ODI form is dipping drastically. Again, the bat is terrible. Run rates, awful. And they knock them off for 6 down. Hiradoi with another ton. Pick up a win. We knock off 2-3-5 with 8 balls remaining. We get a ton from Markram, 50 from Stubbs. We get across the line. I think overarching, it's a disappointing series. The ball was bad. Rabada has been sneakily bad this year. 4 wickets at 60. Last year, 18 at 33. Possibly a better player than that. But world ratings were sliding still. Oh, we lose the series. They win by 1 wicket. Janssen was superb. Rabada took 4. Forrester was expensive. I can't trust him in that role. We lose the series. We miss out big on the world ratings as we prepare ourselves for... There's 5 test matches left in this episode. It's a huge episode. We're playing against England. Test World Championship qualification pretty much on the line in this series. If we mess up, we're in a bad space. Also, if we beat England and Sri Lanka, hello India. They're at our home ground. It'd be interesting to see what sort of team they put out. Computer's still telling me to pick a completely different team to the one I pick every single game. England going with Cliff. Tom Law's getting a game, so they've got good depth with the bat. Tom Hartley's in there. 362 is a good score. It's a Ben Stokes 117 off 166 that does the damage. He puts on 115 with Gus Atkinson. Other than that, we had him 5 for 135. There's 230 runs added for that final 5 wickets. The pitch has deteriorated just a little bit. 135 behind. Batting. It's not pretty at the moment. But we bowled them out for 95. Forrester 4 for 7. But the damage man was Rabada going Duckett, Root, Pope, Smith. Entire middle order ripped apart. 2-3-1 to win. 35 to win with 3 wickets left. Stubbs is on 87. We've lost everyone else. Even Janssen's gone. It's down to Maharaj, Rabada and Ngidi. Stubbs has gone. 97 he falls for. We're going to lose this test match. 23 to win. And we lose by 18 runs. That is heartbreaking. But again, goes to show our batting at the moment is not great. D'Souza has not been good. He's averaged 33, 37, 49. Is there another opener that we can bring in? Young Peters here. He's got a career average of 36, so probably not. We're making the change. Joshua Richards is coming in. Career average of 43 in first class cricket, 27 years old. He averaged 38 last year, 51 the year before that. De Souza is gone. Also, when we look at it, Varane has only averaged 16 this year, so you can see why it keeps wanting us to make a change. So Richards is in and Duplessis is in for debut. 2 changes, sweeping. You've lost 1 test match in about a year and you start dropping people left, right and centre. 297. Great up top. Again, 3 for 34, but runs in the middle. They've got a really good middle order. Brook coming in at 6 gives great depth. Atkinson at 8 is just a great player on the game with bat and ball. Trail by 58. Our batting cannot hang with it. Bavuma is in this form. No centuries since. Oof. Jesus was the lad. 379 to win. It's not looking likely. Jamie Smith 112 causing the damage. Bowling was pretty ineffective. Forrester still. I up and down on him, don't I? I know I'm doing it. When he takes a wicket, he's great. When he doesn't, he's not. He's not a strike rate bowler. He's not Dean Arini, is he? What happens to your best batter in the first over? Gone. That is pathetic. That is... What is going on this episode? Since I pressed record, our batting has gone downhill drastically. This is a woeful performance. Tom Hartley on pitches that are spinning a bit, but they're not ragging. All of a sudden is the reincarnation of Phil Tufnell. 17 wickets at 13. There's a lot of guys in our team that are lucky they're still playing. Forrester's been poor this calendar year. Bavuma poor. Van Tonda, other than that 1 knock, dreadful. Thank God that's over. We lose by an innings on 123. We get bowled out for 126. And then watch England score 305 for 1. Root and Crawley smashed it to all parts. Our batting, once again, was abysmal. And we deserved to lose. And we deserved not to be in the Test World Championship final, because that was shocking. Richards averaged 9, De Souza 19, Van Tonda 21, Bavuma 27, Markram 30. Bowling was dire, and England have got Phil Tufnell. We've lost 3-0. It's decimated the world rankings. Test World Championship we're not going to be a part of now. England aren't even that good a team. We have had a tough episode so far. Australia 3-0. Lost to them in the one day as 2-1. Beat Bangladesh 2-0. Lost to them 2-1 and then been swept by England. Lose by 8 wickets. We're bowled out for 126 here in the first one dayer. This may not surprise you, but at the moment we are very bad. Again here, just a complete mess. Stubbs, Duplessis, Van Dusen, Klaassen, all gone for nothing. We only got a score really. Markram scored some, but the back end added a lot of the runs. Big Ethan Bosch coming in for debut as well. Courtesy is going at 7s or 8s this series. Time to make a change. Stop the press. We win a game. We win a game because Tristan Stubbs scores 179. Let's be honest about it. She had a 167 run partnership with Markram, but that's a knock. That's a serious knock. They score 300 trying to chase it. We bowl relatively well other than up top. So we lose the series 2-1. We once again get a bit of Tom Hartley. Jofra Archer had one game where he was just incredible, ran straight through us. He's normally not that good on the game, which is a funny thing to say, but generally I found he's not that good on the game. Okay, so we've got rid of Van der Dusen. This is for the T20s. Time to move on. 35 years old. We've got a couple of years. Klaassen is going from the squad. The change is Brevis is coming back into the team. I've been watching him bat in the SA20 actually. The kid, by the time this comes out, he might have turned it around, but he looks in pretty bad form at the moment and a bit all over the place. Class player though, he'll come back. Literally, this sums up the episode. First ball of the innings, lose by 6 wickets. We get rolled again, this time for 111. Okay, making a change. Brevis is coming out. Swanepoel is coming in. I don't want Forrester being that seamer. I want a better bowling attack than that. I know the batting's the problem. Well, sometimes just adding batters doesn't actually make the team that much better. We win a game of cricket. Interestingly enough, the extra bowler worked. Swanepoel 5 for 30. What was amazing about this, Swanepoel's first over went for 16. And his subsequent overs, he took 4 for 14 off 3 overs. Not saying I've solved the game, but in the last 5 minutes I feel better than myself than I have for the last 2 hours playing the game. No shocks here. We lose the series. They score 204 here and really rip us a new one. We are a poor T20 team ranked 9th in the world. We've found something exceptional here. First class average, D. Zwain. 11 games, 99 average. That is incredible. 7 centuries, 5 50s. We look at his second team average, an average of 55, but he's dining out at the moment. So it's a case of we've got to get this kid into the team. He is only 21 years old, but averaging 157 with 5 centuries this year. First class number 5. We are going to bat him at number 5. Pitch? Oh, it's a road. Oh, I hate playing on roads. 199 all out, much better. Janssen and Rabada were great, and Giddy was great. Forrester picked up a couple at the back end, but that is the sort of day we need on this sort of wicket. Richards is not settling into Test cricket very well at all. 77 run lead. Forrester with 119 off 189. Other than that, that one partnership with Stubbs was 129, but the rest of it was... It's where the episode's been. The batting is in the doldrums. 193 to win. They get 270, but Forrester again. Oh, he's the best bowler. He's the worst bowler. I'm so inconsistent with my thoughts on him, but sometimes he just does a job. And here, he just did a job. Oh, Richards, your Test career, that is incredible. He's in the most horrendous form. I'm just going to watch it on repeat. It's an important win. We win by 6 wickets. We get a century from Markram. Test entry number 13. An average of 40.54 for him. Zwain had a very poor first Test match as well. Just look at the form. How can you ignore that and then do that? We need this. We need this for the world rankings. Also, Australia on the march, just behind India, even after we gave them a battering. Also, if we win this 2-0, we end up on 64 points, which could, if things go our way, end up in a position where we're in the Test World Championship again. What do we get? A bit more spin in the wicket, but also a lot of overcast conditions. Sometimes also known as rain. We're in trouble. 4-7-7. 3 centuries. Nisanka 112. Miskin 115. Kamoosh 108 off 128. That was really difficult to play. We're in a bad position. Australia, ooh, touch and go. We're following on. 248 for 9. Marco Jansen bounced out and injured. Also top order, dreadful. Is this guy the worst Test cricketer of all time? Oh my days, look at his record. He's averaging 5 from 4 innings. Kalachran looks like Bradman sat next to him. And Zwain has started in the same mould. Oh, and it's still massively overcast. Well, we made them bat again. That's something. Duplessis and Forrester with runs. But Zwain, single digits for... How's he played another game? He can't have played another game. I'm literally still in this game. Oh, game fault. We found one. There we go. Everything really bad. Batting, woeful. Where are we? Van Tonder 14, Zwain 4. Richards added average 0.75. That's a dreadful result. 111. We're still kind of here or there, and we're not going to the Test World Championship final. So we're going to finish the episode in third, and 9th. Not being the best at anything, not making the Test World Championship, selecting 2 of the worst selections that the world has ever seen. And just for context, this is where we started the series, and at the bottom, this is where we are now. We have just lost 5 series out of 8 this episode, 1-2, and they were a long time ago. There is a lot to do. This rebuild after 2 seasons, I was thinking, crikey, we might get through this quite quick. We might be in and out in a month. It doesn't look like that, does it? There is a long way to go for this team, and there's a long way to go for me in terms of selecting players that are very good at cricket. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon.